Welcome everybody to our chess stream here on Tuesday. International Master William Pascal with the Micro Panda. It's hard to keep him straight, basically. Hello. And this is Macro Panda. Actually, Micro Panda sounds a little bit like Morwa, but he's at a tournament now, I think. Hello. So the Panda, the original Panda, has a deeper voice, but he is in Europe at the moment, holding down the fort. Mr. Coffee, yeah, like back in my day, little kids, I think nobody had ratings under like 800. I mean, that was like the minimum, in the late 80s. All right, guys, let's get started. We're gonna do a viewer rapid tournament here, starting in 15 minutes. It's a little less than 15 minutes now. You can see. Welcome to my subscribers to the stream. We've got the Sparklehorse Arena. It's 7+2 rapid, casual, 2 hours. We're going to be playing until 6:45, 6:46 to be exact. Is Juicebox in the house? So I haven't seen any angry messages about Feingold, so I guess he's not with us just yet. We've got Sparklehorse, Monkey Pushing Wood, AP87, Sladgie Fan, which is Bob, Van Peebles, and Ramana. No, it's V. Peffins Moyo. I can't read. My glasses are not prescribed yet. What is up, everybody? We're ready to get started. Tomorrow, I think we've got a question about tomorrow's stream. We've got to set the time for sure in stone. So Wednesday. Yeah, it looks like I'm a little confused. Checking my schedule now for the Wednesday stream. Yeah, I think we're doing it in the morning tomorrow, so we should be good for the morning stream, 12 noon. We haven't done a 12 noon stream in a while, but it looks good to go. So 12 noon tomorrow, guys. That's EDT. No evening stream, a 12 noon stream. Give me a little break in the evening. I think I've got something else lined up for tomorrow evening. Let me double check it again. This is freaking me out now. We've been changing the times for the streams on and off. And yeah, so yeah, this is weird. I've got 12 noon stream. I guess last week we did it at 12 noon as well on Wednesday. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, I guess so. So we're 12 noon tomorrow. I intended to do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays typically at 12 noon, but it can't always be done. So, yeah. Alright, we've got this the viewer stream, viewer arena starting in 10 minutes, Sparklehorse Arena. If you guys could join us. Thanks, Dim, Fishrat, Cal, Merle Dixon, for supporting the stream with bit donations this week. See who shows up. We've got 8 players so far. It usually grows to over 50, typically. I don't know how many viewers we have. Just right now, I'm not seeing anything. Is the stream good? I can't tell how many viewers there are. Maybe I should check the OBS because it shows there. 1 second, guys. So we've got 9 viewers. We just started. When he gets on a campaign, yeah. The campaigner. Alright, 9 viewers. 17. You saw 17 on your end. I've got 9 on mine. Yeah, I got 17 on the other too. You're right, Bob. 17 viewers. So we're on. We've got the lichess in the title. It's just a weekly rapid tournament we like to do for fun here. I only played 1 warm-up game and it was Blitz, so I'm not really fully prepared. We how we doing in rapid chess? How you doing? How you doing? All right, how you doing? Oh, we're on the rapid champion list. Look, we've got a silver trophy, guys. Check it out. let's enjoy it. Community, you guys can see I'm famous now. One of the great ones. Rapid chess, Sparklehorse. I'm right under Sergei Zhigalko for 10th somehow. clinging to the who is that guy who's like the #1 Rapid player? He's like some FM, but very anonymous, secret. All right, so 24.93. That's not bad. We're in the top 10. We have a silver trophy now. That's awesome. Let's go back to the tournament. Where are we? Back to our tournament. Hourly Blitz Arena. No, no, no. Where's my last? There it is. Didn't see. Asabe was chatting. You didn't realize the stream started. I bounce off and on that top 10 list lately because people just start appearing. They play like 20 games. They use their computer to play like 20 games and get on the best list, then disappear. You have to stay active though. Is there a titled Rapid? No, I don't think there's a titled Rapid Arena. Yeah, the titled arena is just in Bullet, right? You couldn't really do that. People would just cheat with computers. I mean, it's over, you know. Like having tournaments for prizes can only be done 1 minute chess, unfortunately. Even that people have like automated programs to try to cheat with, but sadly it's not something lichess can do anything about, or anybody really. I don't think there's a how far to #1? Yeah, that guy is like 2700, some FIDE master. That's a little bit much, you know. But we are in the top 10. Rapid chess. Not many people play Rapid a lot here. The stronger players want to spend their time thinking. No brain, no pain. Investing your love and energy for the game is difficult. I understand. Is there really title? Yeah, absolutely, man. Bob, I mean, how many tournaments like on ICC over the years had been like Grandmaster kicked out of for cheating on chess.com too. It happens all the time, dude. Oh, this is an interesting point from Blue Eyes Albino. Lately, some title players hacked in chess. Well, that's interesting. People's identities could be hacked. You know, they could pretend to be me and like sign up for a new account. That's totally easy to do, probably. Yeah, I mean, people, you know, and if anybody could cheat from any country, I don't think that being a title player makes you all that much less likely, you know, to cheat than the average guy off the street. Can't let an FM be #1. Those FMs, they aren't what they used to be. FM, you know, I used to walk uphill both ways to school, and FMs had to really like have, you know, maintain their rating of 2300 for a period of time before they got the title. Yeah, we'll link the arena, guys. All right, we are trying to link the arena, but I'm lagging a little bit. That is the arena. Okay, so I've got a ping of 109, like making me think I don't have a bad connection, but when I try to click on something or type, there's this huge delay. So that's like my internet connection is okay, but my computer is struggling. It would seem. It's not my internet, but my machine. Okay, well, support the stream, guys. Donate. Please feel free to donate via PayPal or bits here on the channel. Dim, Fishrat, Cal, Merle Dixon supported the stream this week. We also had Mr. Coffee. Wow, Weiss Monster, Emesis, Rufus Doofus, Asterbait, and Bob. So very small donations there at the bottom, but every little bit, get it, counts. I read something about this guy, Baba Ramdev. He used to play on chess.com. He's been on the site now. He's playing here on this site. Yeah, I mean, there was some soap opera about him and Hikaru Nakamura. I don't know, you know. I really don't know. You know, I don't care too much about that site. And they don't do much to stop cheating over there, so lichess is definitely a better place to play anyway. But it doesn't really make... Yeah, I don't know. That was a sketchy situation. It felt like a grudge thing that they banned him rather than an actual evidence of cheating. It seemed more like a personal grudge. that Hikaru Nakamura had against him, but that's what he claims. Maybe it's a he said, she said kind of thing, and nobody really knows who's telling the truth. All right, so we got Zen Chess in the house. Azadi Paide from Bosnia. Monkey Pushing Wood, Laluo, AP, Gu, Voador, and Sladgie Fans. So we'll pick up like 50 or 60 players probably. What's that? My don't won't sign up. It sounds like some Dr. Seuss or something, Bob. Your Werble. My don't won't sign up. He says chess.com has better players. Yes, because they're all using computers. You should reassure him. It's awful. Everything about the site is awful. I just get ill when I think about it. The only thing that was cool that they try to have a kind of social networking, thing like clubs and whatever, but it sucks. I'm their spokesperson, their next spokesperson. .com. Yeah, they spent all their money. I know the owner put out $100,000 or $200,000 to buy the domain. I mean, it had to be at least $100,000. That was 15 years ago or 10 years ago, whenever they started. Percy Hepworth, long work day. I'm about 650 strength after work. That sounds like me. All right, guys, let's get started. It's I don't understand, Bob. But let's get started. We're going to be playing some chess here. Maybe my first opponent, Zen Chess, who's pretty solid. And then, I'd like to see some stronger players check out the tournament. We haven't had too many higher rated guys in the arena. Sometimes they'll come in and play one game or two. Yeah, I always played on ICC, but we had many, many issues with them over the years. I'm not real happy with the ownership of that company. It's pretty dead though. Nobody plays there anymore. Yeah, it's been dying for 15, 20 years slowly. It has chess cancer. But the main functionality of it is still in place for a little while longer. It still has a pulse barely. But owners who just take and don't want to put anything back into it. That's what happens to a business. I mean, so what do you expect? I mean, all right. So I think they tried to sell it at one point and almost did, but then it fell through years ago. Yeah, the FICS. I'm sorry for FICS. It's the same concept as lichess, and I used to play on there, but they never really got their act together. In the last years. They should, by today's standards, be able to present something pretty passable. But FICS never really had somebody the Balt Duplessis to help it to take off. You need someone special to create a site like lichess, and it took a lot of heart from some of the people here to do that. Okay, so we're gonna start here with Zen Chess, I assume. All right. Let's see. Sparklehorse Zen Chess Azadi. Where's your coach, Bob? He's not playing today? All right. Oh man, Zen Chess. There's a lot of people who are, formerly good players who used to play sometimes, and I haven't seen them in a long time. Aldis, though. I think the problem with the European guys, Clash Kid is another one. Aldis, though, probably has problems with the time. Maybe he's not available in the evenings. Whereas he was playing in my European stream sometimes. Maybe not recently, but in the past. I played knight f3. This is my go-to move when I'm playing basically for the win. And I really want to win. I want to do well. I know what I'm doing better. But let's play this. Blue-Eyed Albino said, I will join and maybe play 1 or 2 games. Cool, guys. So, yeah, this move. I have a kind of comic move that I invented here, knight a4. I've seen this in different similar positions. It's not really a good move, obviously. We're moving our knight away from the center. but I like it because it's just fun and it takes people out of book. Normally I go conservative style here, but maybe we can play g3. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Sladgie fan. Sladgie. Sladgie. Tomato. Tricky fish. Alright, so knight a4, I know you're wondering out there why I played this, but, you know, it's against bishop on b4. And he's going to have to, like, waste time with that bishop out there. So, it's an ironic nickname, because I actually hate your guts. Hates my guts. So, quiet today in the chat room, Jumpin' Jackson. Otherwise, I would have played at an early start tomorrow. Okay, this knight a6 move. He's interested in keeping the diagonal open. So it's like, you know, neither of us is adhering to the classic principle that knights on the rim are dim. I'm not going to claim this is a good move. I included it in a video I did on chesslecture.com, like Who Needs Openings or something. I did this video where, you know, just put forth some really strange ideas. Wow. c5, so I can force him to put his knight on c7, which is a kind of crappy square, but he's going to bust me with d5. That's going to be a problem. Alright, I'm going to go with this. But we're going to have to be very, very careful. It is a strange square for his knight. And he doesn't have a6 right away. Man, this time control, I really shouldn't play this knight a4 in this time control. It's okay for fast blitz, but probably in a longer game I should abstain. Alright, queen c8. So, yeah, I was hoping for like d5, 95, and try to do something with that. I mean, he could have done it. Maybe I should play d4. This definitely wasn't my original intention. There's something very strange about his knight on c7. And I was just thinking, perhaps my rook over and pressure down the c-file. Is that? He's got a very strange hedgehog. This happened to me once when I was playing Gregory Serper in a game with black in a Nimzo, where I actually played the classical Nimzo with knight a6. Had to go to c7. Or it's very strange. It was very, very strange. I'm having deja vu about that now. Actually, I'm having a very strong deja vu sensation right about now. Alright, we're in there with this move. Anyway, that was... Yeah, actually, this is... What the heck? I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe we can get Zen Chess in time pressure. Hurricane Oscar up the wins in Vegas. You got a real hurricane in Vegas? That's weird, you know? Don't you need, like, ocean to have a hurricane? Wow. I'm just going with the flow. It came from Utah. It's like a lake hurricane or something. I don't think that's like traditional. Is it really called a hurricane? What do I know? I haven't been to the Bellagio lately. They have a built-in ocean. Is that like owned by Sheldon Adelson? The biggest scumbag ever. Okay, knight to c6. Bishop takes c6, bishop takes c6. Alright. Destroying internet poker in the United States is his mission. Alright, knight to c6, knight to d5, and what am I planning now? Oh, that was a weird move. What the heck is going on? Knight to d5. Wow. Knight takes e7, check. And what am I doing here? Should I take on c5? That guy's like a bigger donor to politics than anybody else. He probably donates more than George Soros. And Republicans only talk about like these guys, but this guy donates massive amounts of money into politics. Sheldon Adelson. Knight fd5. Alright. What are we doing? e4, knight takes b5. It's getting confusing. e4, knight takes b5. The health insurance companies are out to get me again. They're calling again. They even call, for God's sake. It's like 5 o'clock. Don't they ever stop? I signed up for this list online to look for health insurance. Don't ever type your phone number in to a website, guys. Trust me. Alright, they just don't stop. It's like relentless. I asked 10 different operators to take me off the list. I literally have no idea what I'm doing here. I can't even decide on a move. Well, the guy just, he really did everything he could to destroy online poker. He's a huge mega donor to that effect. You could just block the calls. No, but I mean, it's like a landline. I don't know how to block them. You can block landline calls, but I don't know how. We have like an old phone, and I'm not sure how you actually do it. But they just keep getting new numbers, man. I mean, it just like comes up a new number every time. They have like fake numbers. Like the last one had like a local number. There's like no way they're calling locally. So Zen Chess creating absolute ridiculous chaos here. I don't know, guys. Yeah, I would never be stupid enough to give them Amy's number. Amy, of course, the owner of my telephone previously to me. We get the occasional message from Amy, but I'm talking about the landline. It's just sick, man. You like type your number into the internet once and you end up on like 20 calling center lists. You can buy a device that blocks calls off Amazon that works for landlines. Oh, that's cool. Juicebox, you're feeling better. I'll have to look into it because this is getting out of control. I mean, it's just like, it's never going to stop. Zen Chess. Man, he created absolute chaos here. And I have no clue what's going on. I mean, the position is just too weird to even understand. What am I, up a pawn, down a pawn? The pawns are equal. Now I'm down a pawn. Now this is weird. And then there's like knight takes b5, knight takes b5, knight takes b5, queen takes c4, but he conveniently happens to have the move queen takes c6 there. Against all odds. on, dude. You gotta give me a break. Can I do this? I'm just going to try to create confusion in his time pressure. This probably doesn't work, but I don't see a direct refutation. But don't give me any hints. Okay, I don't know why here I was going to play like Rook F C1. That's really dumb. It would be an extremely dumb move. I should play Rook A C1, naturally keeping my F2 pawn protected. And then I'm going to go Queen G4. And I have no idea what my next move is. Come on, dude. What am I doing? This doesn't even work, I don't think. I mean, Zen chess is like a chess god, dude. How does he see this stuff? Increment. Just like every move. He finds every move. Another tremendous move. The only thing I can try to do is like win on time somehow. He never misses anything. Just reduced to like cheapos now. Oh, he missed a tactic there. That was surprising. Master had that. Ouch. Wow, dude. Amazing game. Just totally crushed me. Wow. The whole thing was unsound. I don't think I could... I just didn't think he could defend that well, you know, with like increment 2 seconds. That's crazy. Alright. Perfect play by Black. Amazing game defensively. And really, really weird play in the opening. Bad start. Very bad start. I don't know, man. What I was supposed to do there in that game, I sacked a piece. I knew it wasn't sound, but I thought with the time edge it would be enough, but he just, no problem. The 2-second increment was deadly. So monkey pushing wood. I don't think there's any problem with losing at the end. I was down a piece for nothing, basically. Feels like I hate losing the first game or any game, but Blacks play really impressive defensively. I hate this move. It drives me crazy. A lot of people play it. I don't understand because like nobody plays it in tournaments. Yet online it's like exceedingly popular. It's kind of like the London system. Shouldn't be really good, but everybody plays it. That was amazing time management by Zen Chess. Very good job with the increment. I actually went against my own typical advice, which is like don't try to play for the clock. But 2 seconds is less than 3. It usually makes a difference. People tend to make mistakes. Now this move, F3. I don't know if Zen Chess is in the chat. He's pretty good at bullet. Bishop G5. I think I've lost to him before. This isn't the first time. But I really did it to myself there. Playing too aggressively, sacking a piece. Okay, Bishop G5 seems like a kind of weird move. We talked about this in a similar game yesterday where he puts the pawns on these white squares. I don't think that Bishop G5 is very appropriate. Bishop B5 is popular because it pins a piece. Yeah, it's only popular with like people who don't know theory and computers that are without their book. But it's typically played with Bishop G5 without F3. You know, he just shouldn't play this move. This typically would be like Queen D2, Castle Queenside, most often. Deceased international master Lengel Bela was one of the only people who I knew who played that. Though Bela would play like Bishop G5 first and then Bishop B5, so-called what is it called? Some kind of attack, the Richter attack, I think, to the German tactician Kurt Richter. Is this Scheveningen? Well, it looks like that's Black's formation. But White's just putting his pieces on random squares. You would call it the mixing systems. What White is doing here. So, I mean, this move is more complicated. My bishop is bad on D7. But he keeps pieces on the board. You know, this move keeps the pieces on the board if I'm playing for a win. I also have the B file. It's a very strong move. You can just put the bishop on B3. It will block me out. This will just castle. Can't castle kingside without dropping his B2 pawn. And then I was thinking, do I have some sort of tactic? But no, tactics never work. Well, now it might actually work. Knight takes E4. Maybe one of the only instances I've ever seen where this tactic actually works. Literally, like, the first time in the last 30 times where I could do this, I think it actually works. In the Zen Chess game, the moment you said you don't know what to do, took the pawn, was where the game was lost. Yeah, Asterbait, that's what I figured too. But we were hoping for some sort of practical mistake. I sacked a piece. Somebody thought I was right to do it, but it's just computer-wise, no, it doesn't work. Though I felt like I was maybe in trouble already because I was down a pawn. I had sort of unwittingly sacrificed the pawn. It was a very strange game. And, well, Zenchess used his time, which is what I try to teach people to do. So, good for him in that respect. The basis for this is that queen a5 check wins a piece. And I was mentioning this in Ignis's game yesterday. Okay, so Sina is in first. Voador, these guys are new. Where's Voador from? Can't see. I'm playing him now. Okay. He's not from anywhere. He's just a player. Okay, he's 1300 in Blitz, but 1700 Rapid. That's kind of weird, but he doesn't have many Blitz games. Yeah, so it looks like this sacrifice I made, Asterbait, was an optimistic one. I had a hallucination. I think my hallucination, guys, in the Zenchess game was that after knight takes b5 and all that, and then queen g4, and he plays f6, my problem was that I forgot that his knight was protecting d4. So I had some kind of idea I could pin his bishop to his queen with bishop d4 in that position. But I knew it was too good to be true. Even before I played the move, I was like, this probably is just asking too much. It probably doesn't work. Z-Fox, anyone ever go horseback riding? I think I did one of those pony rides when I was a little kid. Does that count? The pony rides at the zoo? Alright. Oh yeah, the B6, I've probably seen this like once. This diagonal, clearly dangerous for black. Anyway, our idea is to play c4. Alright, so b6 just weakens his queen side. He's going to play it like a Tarash with a very early b6. Alexa, get me a ride. Alexa, take me horseback riding. Alright, knight f6 now. We want to put pressure on this vulnerable diagonal, and that would be, well, I mean, here he's basically played b6 in the standard Tarash position. So Bob says I was napping in the car and woke up at a ranch. Are you serious, Bob? I hope this is a PG rated story. Bob, was this ranch in Las Vegas? I hope not. Alright, B6. Did you see that Whitey Bulger was murdered in prison today? Kind of interesting story. Current events. Bishop g5, bishop e7. Alright, now we're going to take here, and black's development looks really slow. Yeah, that's what I figured you were going to say. Those bunny ranches. That's where I figured you ended up. Alright, so there's two problems with black's position. That, and the fact that he's down a pawn. Now, don't tell me Zenchess isn't playing another game. No, good. He's still here. Somebody beat me recently and then, like, left the tournament. Hate when they do that, like hit and run. Alexa, take me to a strip club. Call an Uber. For the bunny ranch. All my pieces are in the game. Oh no. Free pieces are the best kind. I like the easy games. I'm lazy. Now he can still hang on with 97 here. Perhaps my move was wrong. I could have played bishop h3 there. I could have played bishop h3, seriously. Like, what's he gonna do? Rook c7, rook c1. Painful. I let him off the hook. Okay, we got 55 viewers, guys, so make sure you behave yourselves. And I'm talking to you, Bob. Knight to d4. Today is Tuesday. We do the viewer discretion advised. No, I'm just kidding. Viewer stream with a casual rapid tournament. We switch up between blitz and rapid every week. And then tomorrow is Weird Wednesday. I'm going to be doing a middle of the day stream, 12 noon EDT. I'm not going to complain about this player not resigning, but you should resign in lost positions in this tournament format, because you get points based on how many wins you can collect. It's really not, it doesn't hurt you to lose in any way. You know, it just takes up time. It doesn't negatively impact your score. So if you think you have a lost position, it behooves you to just resign and start another game. You get no points, you know, for losing, obviously. Some people, it's like against their religion to resign. The chat just freeze. We've got no comments from the peanut gallery. Oh, I hung my e4 pawn. He doesn't care. No, he's not going to resign, this guy. That sucks. It takes forever to finish a piece up position. Piece up. Again, I'm just going to like move my queenside Magnus Carlsen style here. Too connected. I just mentioned this because I did a lecture on chesslecture.com last week. World Cup warm-up. A game I showed here actually 2 weeks ago on the stream, where Carlsen Caruana, it was beautiful how he had like two connected pass pawns on the queen side and saw this like just winning plan like from very far, very, very far in the past, basically. Man, the dude just not into resigning. No, it's actually it really hurts you, you know, because you have a tournament where you can accumulate so many points. Vladimir is hurting himself and he's hurting me by not resigning. I missed a lot of moves. I just, you know, I'm not even thinking anymore. I'm just like making the first move I can find to try to end the game as soon as possible. But probably winning rooks would be faster. I agree. Bishop d3 winning the rook. But at some point, you know, this is the problem. You just kind of like lose your patience. He's kind of tricky, you know, for a guy who just dropped a piece and he's playing on in a totally lost position. He sees tricks. Now he's going to like play this out. No, I'm going to take that rook. Your other rook, brother. All right. Damn, dude. Play another game. He doesn't get it. I don't think he's watching the stream. Just doesn't help you to play on. Costing us valuable time. Time is money. Time is money. Let's go. Is there a mate in the house? No, there's still no mate. It's coming. It's coming, but it's a little bit in the distance. It's amazing how long it takes to actually mate people. Man, this dude is driving me crazy. Wow. There's got to be a mate here. He must have a side bet going for how many moves he can last against the International Master or something. Got him in the net now. Yes. Now he'll like freeze the game or something. Back to tournament. My first pre-move. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. Please donate, support the stream with bit donations. We could use a PayPal support. Any little bit helps, guys. And JCS, our moderator. JCS is here. Our temporary moderator. I didn't see JCS today. Oh, he is here. Okay. He's not playing, though. Never allow your opponent to feel good about a win. What's up, Nefidov? I lost the first game to Zen Chess. What's he doing? Man, he must have a long game. Dude, Nefidov, how did you do that? How did you do that? You said, give me Sladgie, and you got paired with me. Well, it was just a coincidence, right? Just because, you know, you showed up when I needed an opponent. That's amazing. We're going back for the second time in this variation. We were able to outplay Pavel really bad the other day. Who is Pide? I don't know, but if it was reversed, it was like P-A-D-J-E, it would probably be Dutch. But the fact that it's like P-A-J-D-E, where are they from? Are they from Bosnia? Because if they're from Bosnia, we have to be careful, you know. That's where one of our old friends is from. He used to win a lot of these tournaments. If you might remember, Bob. Was it Forza? What was his name? He had like 3 different accounts. Oh, Nefidov getting fancy with bishop to b4. What is that? I didn't see that in the opening book. Well, he went and he looked this up now. Wow, what's up with this move? Why is that not the main move, Nefidov? I didn't see that amongst the top moves. People just don't know about it or something? What if I just was to like take it? Probably a stupid move. Yeah, this is a mistake, it looks like. Big mistake. I don't care. We'll just outplay Nefidov. We'll be like Magnus. It doesn't matter. We just need an equal position. Just give me an equal position, and I'll try to find a way to do it. Yeah, be careful of anybody from Bosnia. It could be Forza, who was... I don't want to really randomly accuse people, but just... I noticed the guys from Bosnia. And that was where our buddy was from. But I'm sure there's a lot of totally legit Bosnian players here. If he does win the tournament with like perfect score, we'll know who it is. In other words. Alright. What are we doing? I need to get my king out of the center, it looks like. We can get Nev in time pressure, possibly. This opening... What is this? This opening is not song, though. Not song? Is not sound, really. This particular variation... I don't think that bishop takes b4 was the right move. But Nefidov caught me off guard. I looked and, like... It turns out, like, bishop e7 is played for the most part here. And I didn't bother to look at this move that he came up with. Okay, Pi Day is first time here. That's good. It means you're not that other guy. That's very good. Alright, so I don't like Nefedov playing knight takes d3. You know, I think that's a mistake to reinforce my center. You know, if he doesn't do that, he might be better here. It might be more than equal, you know, because of the pressure down the e-file. But I think once he does this, he's a little bit, you know, worse in the center because I have the strong pawn. So now we can do our Magnus, you know, try to do our Magnus impersonation basically, and just win an equal position from a position of, I would say, strength. I mean, we have the strong pawn there. That gives us some sort of advantage. He also has a bishop. But honestly, there's so many pawns on the board. It's pretty closed, so the bishop has limited amount of prospects, really. This smells like somebody who's just really focused on exchanging pieces. But where to go? It's kind of a quandary. Queen c1. His plan is knight e5. I can read his mind. I've played so many games with him. Maybe not, though. Maybe he'll go postal with f5. Maybe he really intends on playing f5. The queen is centralized here. But it has its disadvantages, too. Well, Flown by Climbing says queen f4, but I felt that it was a little double-edged because I'm walking into the f-file. But I guess if you want to risk that, if that's not a problem, then maybe queen f4 is the best move. Queen g5, in fact, you know, he could play f6. Here again, I feel like he's making concessions. His knight is not great on f6. And white remains, like, at least equal. So I think, you know, he played two exchanges with knight takes d3 and now queen f6 that I thought were, what would we say, conciliatory? Vocabulary quiz. The second best moves, basically. I mean, he's facing a higher rated player, of course. You know, so it's normal to be conservative. But it seems like he's too focused on exchanging pieces. White's bishop is going nowhere. I agree with that. The white bishop, yeah, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Right, it's a ghost piece, and I've seen this kind of thing happen a lot with that bishop. That bishop is the bishop most likely to get voted, like, not in the game. Of all bishops. I mean, it happens sometimes. The king's bishop for black is bad. The king's Indian bishop on g7. But, you know, this is, I feel like, more common. The most common bad piece is the queen's bishop. The queen's bishop, if it's going to be a bishop that's bad, it's always the black bishop, the black-white square bishop. The queen's gambit declined, the French defense. Positions like this, where even the bishop's diagonal is open and still has no function. And I can just systematically improve my position little by little. I.e. king f2. Meanwhile, Nefedov was drifting into time pressure. Objectively, he's still only a tiny bit worse here, due to white's space advantage. That's why you hate the French defense. Well, he was right to get back here. g6 would be worse. It would be, like, totally blocked out on g6. So this is the best he has. The bishop's capable of being a good defender and looking both ways. If you put this on Stockfish, I mean, white has an advantage, but it's not like I'm winning or something, you know? Black should be able to defend. What's up with G6? Just keeping my knight off of F5, I guess. I feel like this is a little risky for me, in a way. But then again, man, dude. Wow. Speaking of risky, very cagey move from Nefedov to play H5. He does give his knight a square, though. It sounds like I'm being, you know, trolling him or something, but I'm not. You know, this actually is an important factor. His favorite theme is the vacuuming of pieces. Now I've done a bad thing. I opened the H file. So he's going to be able to just trade everything off. Try to put my pawns in the dark squares. This move may be a little early. Alex, what's up? Vlador resigned against me after 20 moves. So that's weird. He was playing on till the bloody end now. C5. Interesting move. Wow, this really creates imbalance. I don't want to have a backward pawn, and his c-pawn is pretty strong. But he's hanging on here. I don't think that black is really worse. My king's a little bit better. Bishop takes g4, Holmes. That might be going too far. Yeah. But again, I think I'm guilty of doing what I tell people not to do. Essentially. Which is playing too fast in my opponent's time pressure. How many times have I told? I'm a little impatient today, perhaps. That's what's going on. I don't know why, you know, why I have this, but it seems like today I'm not quite as patient as I usually am. Probably a draw, objectively, but I'll never accept a draw from Nefedov in blitz. Maybe in regular chess. Regular chess. The 2-second increment. Wait. The entire game was too simple. I was worse. I mean, out of the opening. I mean, he played like bishop b4 and froze me. I didn't know what to do. So I'm glad if I didn't lose, first of all. Now we have a free shot, basically a penalty. I'm really becoming dyslexic. A penalty kick. I said penalty pick. What the heck is wrong with me? Now the torture begins. Whoa, dude. Whoa. How can you even do that? Wow. He totally lost his mind. Alright, back to tournament. Lucky win there. Mule Skinner's in first place. Wait. He's played 5 games already? Man. Blue-Eyed Albino won 3. I had the bad start. So we're streaming till 6:45, guys. 6:46. Nefidov. What was happening in the opening there? He prepared bishop b4 for me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, knight c3 transposes. So then maybe the whole thing is just stupid for white. I just have to transpose back into the main line, which is not very good for white. If that's the case, then I just won't play it anymore. Just won't play it anymore. What's this game? Paidia against Mule Skinner. Uh-oh. 2-2-1-1. The Plum. The English. God. How much I hate the English. And I play it myself with white. But I want some kind of dynamism. Imbalance. To play for a win. I played the symmetrical English a lot. And I really, really did, for the last 3 years, play it quite a bit. Even longer in Blitz. But I've had enough. Now, this move. English players typically don't play that. They usually want to go into some independent variation. I guess this is not a bad move. I could take it. Been known to take. But it's not a great version. Like, bishop takes f3, g takes f3, c5, d4. I mean, that's actually... not my favorite position. Queen's Indian. Fairly good. You don't say. But this guy I've never seen before. He's got a massive amount of games. I mean, 14,000. So, you know, that's nice. When you see a player with 14,000 games, it's not like 100%, but it's like 99.7% that they're not a cheater, which is good. You know, because if you were a cheater, you would have already gotten caught. So I like to see people who have a lot of games. I can be like, all right, this guy is legit. We don't have to have in the back of our mind, hey, maybe he's a computer or something. You know, that's why I don't like playing new accounts. You're not going to like have 15,000 games in your account and start cheating. Okay, so Queen's Indian. Queen's Indian or Nimzo, depending on what he plays here. Bishop c5. What was that? The last game, I can't remember. No, 14,000, not rapid games. He has 14,000 blitz, naturally. Okay, so now still bishop takes f3. Not great. Now we have c5 here, and we don't. So we should just transpose to a Nimzo, I guess. You can also opt for weird stuff like... Actually, my game with Magnus Carlsen where I was white was the rapid game. It was something like that. He did a double fianchetto with black. It was very similar to this, probably. Anyway, this is more typical for me, though not an easy variation for black to play, I think. I don't know the theory too well in this line. I typically play a different way. If white plays like knight f3 against the Nimzo, I'll play b6 right away. Yeah, they could transpose, I guess. You don't see g3 very often. You see g3 or knight f3. It's, I guess, Kasparov variation, according to Gligorich, who wrote a really good book on the Nimzo back in the mid-80s. It's not a classical. You can play queen c2, but this is like probably an inferior version, you know, of the classical if you play it now. Oh, you said Nimzo Catalan. Am I crazy? I saw a classical on the sentence above Nimzo Catalan. I was like, no, it's not a classical. Yeah, but I mean, this seems to be playable for white. I don't know what he's thinking about there. He was thinking about something lame like bishop d2. It's funny, like after knight e4 though, it's similar to Queen's Indian, but knight e4, queen c2. What have I achieved for myself, really? Now it feels like he castles and he's almost threatening to play queen c2 as a strategic idea. So like I'm almost obliged to do this. Play like purely positional chess. And this is typically my gut reaction. I think I probably played once or twice this type of position over the board, but they weren't really memorable games. Played bg5. Okay, what's he going to do? I mean, I'm going to play h6. He's inducing weaknesses, or what? Probably not that significant. Yeah. It's pretty subtle. Why did you say, oh my god, Knightich a great player? Well, in retrospect. Oh, Knightich famously admitted to have cheated via internet? But in what context? And when? Yeah, you really need to know the story. You know, this cheating on internet is... this is such a broad concept. You know, he let his little brother suggest a move during one game, or, you know, I let like Roman Gigiashvili play on my ICC account 20 years ago. Like, I cheated by internet. You know, it's there's a million ways we could theoretically have cheated. But I'm, you know, for cheating, for me, like, cheating is like regularly cheating, you know, using a computer. His wife is pretty hot, dude. Have you seen his wife? In my opinion, anyway. A4, A5. Oh my god. This was a regular pattern for Roman, because he always like kept getting kicked out of ICC for like cursing at people and stuff. So he constantly had a need for like new accounts to play on, because he was getting his account like chat privileges banned and stuff like that. He was always asking, "Can I play with your account? Can I play with your account?" They don't let me chat anymore because I told someone to F off. This was constantly the problem. So I decided to play this, and we've equalized now comfortably. We no longer have a disadvantage. We, in fact, I think have an advantage, right? Based on pawn structure. I'll need to think, though. Grandmaster Arkady admitted his cheating in 2004 by using a computer in an internet tournament, claiming that everyone else was. Aha. Yeah, that's interesting. He was probably right to some extent. Yeah, this is the free rider. Yeah, nice move, knight f1. All right, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not going to take that bishop. And I don't want to see your visitor in here on d5. Not right away, anyway. We'll keep our options open. So take. Knight f6 I could play. It's tempting not to take his bishop at all, though. Like, to be honest. Sad, but I'm going to do this. We're a little bit better based on the pawn structure. What are your feelings regarding opponents who play bullshit and still somehow win? Well, I mean, you know, nobody is ever feeling good about, nobody's ever feeling good about, like, losing to a guy who did nothing and played badly, and, you know, you feel like an idiot for losing. But on the other hand, you've got no one else to blame but yourself, against people like that. So almost have something here. So e3 pawn sacrifice, take rook e4. I mean, that's tempting. But I feel like I'm just doing the same thing I did. I'm doing the same thing I did against Zen chess. That I play too fast because I'm impatient, and then kind of let him off the hook. I need a way to get a second heavy piece near the white king to attack his king. Yeah, I mean, you hear people say that all the time, and I feel that sometimes, but the bottom line is chess is not, it's like mathematical. If they play it badly, then you should be able to beat them somehow. We've got a really good structure here, but I'm afraid I don't see a win. Just maybe some draws. Wow. My first inclination was to play f5, and it almost works, but it seems to have a little problem. So if I just were to play like rook e7, let's say, I have queen g6 here. Maybe that's the best move. But it's not really great. You play e5, give the pawn back, it looks like. Knows everything. Now is he better? That might be a mistake. But not really. So he's better now. Oh, he's just like an endgame god or something. With increment and everything. Wow. Oh, he blundered. That was lucky. I think he was totally winning there. Damn, that was fortunate that he's human. Just a draw. Another draw. Yeah, that was lucky though. I was probably lost. That position was weird. I mean, it looked like he was worse, and I sacked a pawn, and then there's no win for me. And I'm just like forced to trade queens. That's really perverse. I mean, that shouldn't have happened. That was a very strange position when I had to play queen g6 here. I thought I was like clearly better. But it doesn't work. I mean, the point is f5. If you guys see this, he has h4, this miraculous move that saves him from total devastation. And this was the best move anyway. I should have done this, but I wasn't sure about this endgame. So really amazing defense there. A lot behind the scenes that you don't know. You know what I mean? It looks like oh, you know, it was sort of a weird game. Didn't make sense. But everything hinged on him having h4, and it just turned the whole game. And now I'm like playing for a draw when I was trying to inject life into the game, and I was better after the opening. But sadly, I'm a little impatient today and not calculating quite enough. It's not like it's 140,000. Does anybody have 140,000 in bullet? It's easy to do, probably. Yet another draw. No, that was my first draw. I had a loss and a draw. So Cena is winning the tournament. What's his deal? That guy's from Iran and he's like 1,800. Okay. But we don't have a lot of players over 1,800. Blue-eyed albino. I'm 2,500. He's just going to win the tournament ahead of everybody. Wow. We'll see. So, Nimzo. I got to play something different against Nils because I've used my main weapons here. So that was another player who also, I mean, he was basically probably winning, you know, if he had had a little bit more time in the rook ending. I was in a very, very bad place there. his pawns became strong in the center. Once he plays queen takes g6, my only hope is that he'll make a mistake. I should have found the better line. You're playing all of my none opening choices? None opening? Wow, e4. That's pretty aggressive. Typically you don't play that. But I guess it's okay. Maybe I had a game where a guy went a3, bishop takes, e5, d5. Actually, not that long ago. Polish FM. There's a guy with 285,000. Wow, that's crazy. So, against the guy, yeah, I played this in Blitz, probably. There's like knight d4, knight takes d4, pawn takes d4, bishop takes d4, queen takes e4, going into an ending where black is okay. There's also knight, knight d4, take, knight takes. But then like bishop e2, bishop f5. How you doing there? Is that actually good for him? I mean, this seems interesting. Normally, I might just retreat back to b8, but in this particular position, 225 bullet, 1,000. That's nice. Guys, please support the stream. Donations for Amy's phone are welcome. For Pandas. Alright, guys. Tomorrow is going to be Weird Wednesday. Also, check out my Weird Wednesday means unusual openings. It's going to be 12 noon. It's a good stream, though. We can get both American and European players. At this time, also my earlier time, which is tomorrow, 12 noon EDT. So for Europeans, it's accessible, 6 p.m. It helps if you don't have a job, if you want to see my 12 noon stream here. Jobs are really a pain in the ass, basically. I understand, and I fully subscribe to that theory all my life. But the reality is that many people have them. Stockfish says what? Rook c8, king h7, rook d8. King g6, d7 was winning. Wow. I'm not surprised. I didn't mean to get in that situation. But it's another game where I had like a massive time advantage, and I keep feeling like I have to push him over on the clock, and it's exactly the kind of thing that I've told people a million times. Do as I say, not as I do. So I hadn't had to waste time with the move a5, which I've played in similar positions. Maybe the aforementioned game with the Polish FM that I had would have been like, slightly different, because I had played the move a5, which is sometimes thrown in kind of early. Without a5, I could just take here. It's like a Benoni. So I guess bishop takes, bishop f5, knight d2, bishop takes e4, queen takes e4, queen takes e4, knight takes e4, rook e8, f3, f5, and black is slightly better. Another rook endgame. I mean, he could just not take it, I guess. Seems to be what's possibly going to happen here. I'm actually looking at the move knight g5. I mean, that's really ridiculous looking. What would my knight do from there? But threaten cheap shots, basically. f5 blocks my own bishop. I've got to do something, though. Knight c5. I underestimated this. This is a good decision by Nils. Probably a great decision, actually, to just castle. Blabano says it's time to leave. Okay, man. Thank you for joining us. Is everybody playing? We've got Newell Skinner, Zen Chess. I mean, from the regulars, Nils, HGG, good to see you. Nefedov, Artie Fufkin, and that's just the top 20. Man. Really great decision to sack this pawn. It's not even a sack. I mean, he could take on d4, basically. Now I've got to be careful I'm not worse. Knight g5, I was not joking about that. Knight g5, knight takes d4. Is there any sort of tactic? Not really. Knight c5 is interesting. Bishop takes h7 check. King h8, sacking a pawn. Knight f6 is just passive. But knight c5 has problems too, I think. We're just going to have to get inventive. White is better now. That was a great decision. He could just castle and be better. But I think that I'm worse. Maybe we've got some sort of tactics, but I don't see it. Knight takes d4, bishop d7, rook a e1, rook a e8, f3, queen f6. And maybe we're okay. Surprised by this move. Then again, I'm not liking this time control. I like the old time control better. Blitz time control. Queen takes e4, d3 is interesting. Obviously, queen takes d3, queen takes b2, knight g5, not so good. I'd have queen f2 and bishop f5. So if I could hang on to that pawn on d3, the situation would change. He should probably take it, take his chances here. But I've got the f file. Maybe this turns to my favor now. It was kind of deceptive. Leader has twice the points I have. Yeah, is that guy? The Sina, the 1800 from Iran. Has he played low-rated players? Sometimes you just get lucky with the pairings. He might be like legitimately 1800 but play 6 1500s in a row. But obviously, life is just not easy, guys. Bishop f5. I guess. Everybody wants to trade pieces. Yeah, the opponent is 1607. He's a little better than that. At least in the opening. He's like an expert. He's like 2,100 in the opening. We're not talking about you, Bob. Are we? My opponent is 1,600. Well, Bob, take him out, man. If Bob is black here, he's in good shape. He's got a nice bishop pair. Are you black, Bob? I didn't mean it like that. Rook AE8. My A7 pawn's hanging? Are you can't take that. I don't know about this, man. Everybody's like a genius today. Playing decently. You're new to the stream, right? Rock climbing? I mean, these people play me a lot, so... Yule Skinner, Zen Chess, no, not Zen Chess, but he's been a regular. Blue Eyed Albino, Nils is, yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover. Just Bob took out the second best player. Bob took out who? Nils is getting in really bad time pressure. Whoa. B4. I'd rather not trade queens now, to be honest with you. My pawn is hanging over there. It's like he's threatening to take the A6, the A7 pawn. Not thinking very clearly. I'm just... Rook on the 7th. This is probably not even a great move. Wow, he grabs the pawn. This is so materialistic. That looks crazy. That was crazy materialistic by Nils. Because we're on that so many times. You're kidding me, right? He resigned. But is the resignation actually appropriate here? Dude, did you just resign in like a not lost position? Bishop takes g2. Looks pretty strong, but I'm still not 100% sure. Bishop takes g2. That's got to be it. That's why he resigned. But that's a hard move to see. I mean, it took me a full minute to like find this move. I definitely wouldn't resign until the opponent plays the decisive move. If he didn't resign, maybe I wouldn't have seen it. No, I had to see something. I think he should have traded queens, clearly. So this guy just wins every single game. Come on now. He's 2,093. But he's played mostly low-rated players. He did beat Candela, who's 2,100. That guy's pretty solid, too. Well, we just hope for the best. You know, hopefully he's not using any assistance. It wouldn't be the first time on my tournaments. There's like a perfect score, which is typical. Not so many games you can play in Rapid. But I'm not even in the top 5. Come on. Zen Chess beat me in the first game. I let up a draw. This guy's got 13. I gotta get into first or second, third place at least. Alright, I'm gonna berserk, I guess. I really hope this player is legitimately his real strength, because very few people are. He's berserking too. F6 is pretty bad. I guess we could... No, we don't want to take here. Right. Classic. Oh, he defended d5 there. Nice move. Didn't even play this. I didn't even play this very well, but whatever. Positional advantage. No, I berserked him first though. He berserked backed. Berserked back. Yeah, just an average 1200. He's actually playing alright for 1200. I would say. Really solid. Kind of. You know, for the situation. He's kind of fast too. He's 975 in bullet. I mean, this is better than 975. It's a lot better than 975. Like, no contest. Now his knight is virtually trapped, but it's not really. Look at that. He found that with very little time. There's still no way to save it. That is kind of rude. It is a rude move of me to win a piece like that. I like it when there's tactics. My games have been very positional today. Oh, his queen's been hanging? Like since the last move. Okay. Yeah, that's an F file. I took on d6. He just like believed me. I'm getting confused. Whatever. We'll take things with check. Didn't even ask me. I hope he doesn't go king d8, because then I have mate in 1 with rook b7. Man. Whatever. Now it's definitely clear. You blundered knight takes e4, but you recovered and you had an advantage, Nils, I think. In fact, knight takes e4, the entire plan may be maybe not the right plan for me. Maybe I have to do something else there. Fuzzy Logic 1800. Perfect score, and he took out the 2200. Wow. Have we played Fuzzy Logic before? I can't remember. My score is 1-0. Well, he's got a 2240 performance so far. I'm playing Zen chess again? Come on. This is like one of the stronger guys. Give me a break. Alright. Gotta get Zen chess out of his opening book. This is kind of a long time control to play knight h6. I should save it for blitz, really. He's thinking. Alright. Weird Wednesday tomorrow, guys. Unusual openings in blitz and rapid chess. We're playing knight h6 in the opening. Yeah. This is a psychological weapon designed to take people out of their comfort zone. I don't endorse bishop takes h6 for white. I don't think that's the best line. Tactics will set you free. Yeah, I mean, alright, he plays pawn takes pawn, which is probably best. It's like a Scandinavian. Been a long time since I played this. We already lost to him once. Interesting. I hate the way that score is at the bottom. Like, it's, why are those boxes there? What is that? That box at the end. It's dumb. What is this box here? You know, it gets confusing. So I lost it the last 2 times I played him? Or just the last time? So why is that over there a second time? Current match score. We're not having a match, lichess. It's not a match. It's one game and it's over now. This is a new game. This is not a match. This is the last game we lost. We sacked a piece. Bob's gonna win? Oh no, Bob is white? He got mate? Bob was worse out of the opening, right? You mated him. Wow. Good job. He lost the game. Slowed him down. The Bobster. This is not really, an opening that you should play at home. Wow, G3. TN. Zen chess with a theoretical novelty. G3. I've never seen that one. And like Fritz 10 says, and I never want to see it again. Now, I've played a lot of blitz games with bishop c4, knight c6. How did it go normally? I don't know, somehow my queen would end up going to f5. No, that's weird. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, h3. Logical to stop bishop g4. Someone was talking about e5, but I mean, I would never do e5 with my king on e8. Maybe if I was castled queenside or something, or castled at all, it would be an option. We have various ideas now. Obviously, this is primitive, but might even work. Probably not, though. Like bishop g2, knight b4. He could even play rook c1 and be okay. My main idea is to play rook d8 and or castles queenside, but it's really psycho. Bob, where are you? Oh, you're at 12 points. I'm just trying to make it to the prize money, basically the trophy room. Guys, thanks for supporting the stream. Don't forget to send in some donations, some bits to support the stream. This week, Dim donated 200, Fish Rat Cow 101, Merle Dixon. We have some others. Bob's doing a good job. Zen Chess. Queen d2. Well, I think I should just go for it here. I'm not really one for playing the Scandinavian with long castling, but this is clearly... Dim, thank you for donating 100 bits. He takes first place, maintains his first place, I should say, with 300 bit donations this week. It's just Tuesday. He's off to a good start. No bit war today. Where's Juicebox? He likes to start bit wars sometimes. He was here earlier. JCS is still lurking around, our new moderator. Tomorrow's stream is going to be in the morning, so not in the evening like the stream. The only thing I'm looking at is this square. That's protected. This is protected. Hopefully he doesn't have any sort of tricks. Berserk, the podium place. I berserked the last game against the 1200. We got a tough opponent. I gotta go. We gotta go faster. We gotta take out Zen Chess. Keep him He was in second place, is in second place. But it looks like he's in trouble here. I don't really trust White's position. He lagged in development. He's getting his central pawn swiped. Oh, baby. Look at that move. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. You can just do that? Oh my god. Look at the dragon bishop here. Sack my queen. No. Wow, this is wild. He just castled queenside out of all danger. I mean, come on now. Bishop takes c2. Like, if I were to play bishop takes c2, he would just take on d4. Let's say I play e5. It does block my bishop on g7, but it makes sure everything's protected. I mean, now I could really maybe take this. It secures my bishop on f5. So queen e3, knight takes c2. And I don't really see a great move for him after that, other than just retreating. We also have e4 at some point. We can just keep avalanching. Not right away. Someone suggested bishop takes c2. Maybe there was a wicked mate there. I missed it. Bishop takes c2. No, I don't see that quite working. I was looking for knight b3 check. That white king looks pretty much on the endangered species list. He's retreating. No, it looks like again I'm going to make some kind of obscene blunder. I wanted to play like something totally stupid. Just go back. Can this be a mistake? I don't know. Maybe I should have gone to b4, simply. Trying to get at his king here. But he's hanging on. And he's like, he seems like awesome in increment mode. What is his like bullet rating? Wow, now he has another secret move. Wow. That's crazy. Check and I win. Too much kibitzing today. He's gonna win again. He's like perfect. I don't even know what to do. In time pressure, he's amazing. It's unbelievable. He just finds move after move. Perfect coordination. I don't think I'm going to win this game. Hung mate. He has like giving back a piece there with something to e4. I mean, that was very lucky. Wow, what an amazing comeback by White from a hopeless looking position. That was crazy. He was probably winning. I mean, queen takes f7, bishop e4. Let's just say he gives a piece back. Bishop e4, knight e4, queen e4. Am I maybe okay there? I thought I was lost. Z-Fox's suggestion of maybe like taking on c3, allowing queen takes b7 check. I didn't analyze that far enough. You know, obviously I missed a lot of stuff. I was getting really, really depressed. I've been impatient today, and maybe just a little tired or something. I don't know. I don't feel like I want to analyze as deeply as I usually do. I'm just kind of playing quickly. That's not good. That's not my normal modus operandi. I usually really enjoy analyzing, you know, as deep as I can. So this guy did lose to Bob. Is that what's happening? Oh, that was the king and pawn end game in the simul the other day. Now I'm trying to remember this game on Sunday. It was an interesting game where it was like drawn, but he blundered in the end game and lost. Something like that. So, flown fly climbing. Oh, you think I was okay? Well, I know that I made inaccuracies. Like, no doubt. I lost control. I lost control of the position. So we've got time for 2 more games, basically. Maybe just one. I mean, it can last 15 minutes per game, so... I would have berserked if the guy wasn't leading the tournament, you know, maybe, but... He's playing like a master, basically. So I'm a little less inclined to berserk here. Unfortunately, other players are going to catch up in the standings. He's up to 26. I'm on second. You know, Zen Chess has to start a new game. Fuzzy Logic might pass us. Apparently, I was better even with inaccuracies. Wow, it was kind of scary, man. I didn't like the way I didn't feel right. It felt like I had a knockout blow that I missed or something. You beat him. You beat him. Good job, Mr. Bob. No, we don't do h4 here. I guess you could if you wanted to be a wild man, you know, but that's not the intention of the setup. You wanted to play something like h4, it's coffee house, you know, I think you can do it, but it's not really the plan. My king will never be completely safe. If you beat him, I can berserk him. Well, he did win like every other single game he played. He just threw that one to you, Bob, to make it look clean, you know. It's odd that I had the exact same game the other day, c6, and then I was surprised this exact position in a blitz game, my opponent played queen c7, and that was the #1 most popular move in both lichess and over the board. Kind of a weird move. I think queen c7, it's almost never a good place in the king's Indian defense. to put the queen on c7. Are you thinking of the tourney standing? Yeah. Well, no, in terms of tourney standing, yeah, you could probably play something like h4. I've had this exact position against Grandmaster Dimitrios Agnos. Now they're calling from the insurance thing at 6:30 at night. Seriously? They can't be calling from that. Those usually the call centers. I signed up like for an insurance list, and they're calling me about insurance, and they can't call from call centers at 6:30, right? Well, if it's like in California, it's 3 hours earlier, right, Astrobate? So it'd be like 4:30. The late callers from the California call center, maybe Vegas, are calling at 6:30. So in my game against Dimitrios Agnos, I played like an in-between exchange on e5. But I've experimented with all different kind of stuff in these sort of positions. And I remember like looking at the game and thinking like maybe I can just keep the tension here. But there's something to be said for that too. I drew the game, I don't know, I haven't looked at it in whenever it was played, 15 years ago or more. But e4, I think that e4 may be a concrete, I want to say blunder, but it may not lose material by force. It's a positional mistake. Because now he has to play d5 and his center is overextended. It doesn't mean it's easy to put him away here. Maybe I can win an exchange by force somehow. Bishop d6, rook e8, only move, knight b5. And then rook e6. See, that's the problem. So I'm just going to play something else. Maybe this. Move 11, what's up? They probably sold my info. Yeah, probably. You'd think like the websites connected to the health insurance would at least be semi-respectable, but probably not. Probably not. I'm screwed. Yeah, I had a call from a credit card company today. They make it sound like, this is your credit card company calling. I was like, yeah, right. The last guy that called, it was funny. The last one that called, I was just basically so fed up. I was just like, the guy who started, he was like, hey, how are you doing today? And I was like, I'm not. I'm just not, okay? He's like, yeah, I understand. Okay. That was the extent of our conversation. He got the message. So open file, maximum pressure. Maybe I should have done F rook. F5, bishop d6. Is that even enough? Dimitrios Agnos is a grandmaster. He was like living in the UK, but I think he's retired from playing. But I think his name is Agnostopoulos or something like that. This position is good for white, but not decisive. And if I don't find a direct way to make progress, we're not making progress. I mean, queen b3 at some point is an option, you know, and absolutely. I mean, to attack this pawn on d5. Now his knight is on b6. It's going to secure this. And again, I have the time edge, but again, I'm drifting, getting outplayed, not having a clear plan. We're probably going to have time for half a game after this, like one berserk. He's in first place. Zenchess, how's Zenchess doing? Zenchess playing a guy, I don't know. Fuzzy Logic. He's not playing. Did Fuzzy Logic leave? Now Black just sacked in exchange for no reason. That's really rare. Really rare. Random. I'm having trouble with my speech and saying words I mean to say today. I don't know. It's like I sleep enough. That's weird. Stress, I guess. Stress-related dyslexia. Suggested was queen b3. Not in this position, but I'm still liking this simply trading stuff off. My bishop is stuck on g3 though. I'm not afraid to sack an exchange. We might have to play f4 to just blockade the f file. It's ugly, but I'll do it if I have to, because I'm up the exchange. So something like f5, f4 en passant is not necessarily a big deal. Move 11, you know that in the French, obviously. Yeah, that was weird that black just chose to give up the exchange without any real fight. Seemed kind of random. The inevitable. It's really hard to break in though. I have a kind of cool plan here. f5, queen takes a7. No, that's too slow. We'll have to play f4. We'll have to play f4. At the end of the day, I'm up the exchange, so that's good. Someone said at least he has 2 knights protecting c7 now. Yeah. Move 11 said h3. Well, if I do h3, that's a different plan. h3, king h2, rook h1, king g1, h4. I had a funny game with Tote Ervin, who's a strong player, and it was this line. But something weird happened. I ended up getting the advantage on the king's side in a situation like that. That's a crazy move. Queen a8. Wow. Crazy. It's one way of defending it. At least this gets my bishop away from that pawn avalanche. And a rook on the 7th is good. Unclear if we're going to have time. Nefedov said what? Lalowo, 0 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. 22 center pawn loss. 22, that's massive. 22 is awful. If it's above 12, Nefedov, just throw it away. Okay, I blundered, but we can recover. He could have played knight c4 and won back in exchange there. No, actually it doesn't work because I have knight takes c4. Oh my god. I didn't blunder. I just thought I blundered. Now he plays f5. The right plan. Little bit of play here. Queen takes a7. What? Yeah, if I want to lose. Alright, so after queen e7, there is no defense. He was too slow in getting f5, f4 going. We should have time for one more game. So Pim finished, got ahead of me. Sladgie fan got ahead of me. Seeing that Sladgie up there, wow, Bob, what are you doing today? You're not allowed to finish ahead of me, dude. Get out of here. You know, you're not allowed to finish in the top 3, Bob. So we're taking out the leader here. He's stalling. That's nice. Strategic stalling. Alright, back to the game. Back to the tournament. I'm in second place, but very barely. We need one more game. Come on, guys. Let's do it. We need one more game. The leader, Plimin. Plimin came back from his loss to Cena. And then me. Plimin's got another game going with Azadi. Sladgie Fan is playing. He's been playing for a while. Zen Chess lost a couple games and gave up, to ruining my turn with a first round victory. Fuzzy Logic won 5 and quit. Podgy quit. Did Podgy quit? Podgy quit. It's like Sladgie, but Podgy. Podgy. Mule Skinner had a good start. Looks like he quit too. Okay, let's berserk. You berserk too. Ah, G3. You know what we're gonna do. We've got to do it. The Shirazi. You have to do the Shirazi, played by lots of good players. Moksudlu, most recently in the World Junior. The Serbian guy I can never remember. Crazy one who studies with Velimirovic. Alexander. Give me a Serbian young grandmaster's name. Alexander. What's his name? Come on. Starts with a Z, I want to say. Well, I get the most solid player in the world now, playing the E3 English. Seriously. And I'm berserking, and he's 1300 in bullet. Man, that's rough. That is rough for my berserk to face this ultra solid system. Seriously, where's Camel? The other Camel. Where's the other Camel? He's an English guy. Yeah, that's weird. Don't know what to do. Whatever. Just make a move. Asperby's just making up names. Serbian Grandmaster under the age of 25 whose name starts with Z. Like last name. Alexander. Come on, guys. Help me out here. I'm having problems. I'm getting old and I can't remember any words and names, and I'm dyslexic. He was on my Facebook today. It was a suggested friend request. Oh, man. Svetozar Gligoric. But it's a guy under 25, man. Gligoric is probably dead. He's probably like 90. Help me out here. Come on, it's 5 minutes to the berserk. Sedlak, too old. And it starts with an S. I need a guy who starts with a Z and he's young. The master of tension here with the white pieces. The nose is itchy. Come on, we got 4 minutes 57 seconds. We can catch up. We can win the tournament here with a win. If Zen Chess wins and I win, castling queenside. Oh my god, he lost his mind. That's awesome. Okay. He's castling queenside. Now we've got a chance. We go b5 really fast, though. This game has to be fast. You're talking now, Asterby. Give us some Serbian names, dude. Not Russian. Alexander. He's from Serbia. He was like totally in the tournament I played in a couple months ago. Like last November, actually. Almost a year ago. It's like this one of the biggest stars in Serbia for his age. And he's a wild player. I just cannot place his name for some reason. This guy's pretty good for 50 and 59. I know I say that about everyone. But casting queenside looked kind of crazy. The dude is looking too solid for his rating. So he got there. 1700 classical, 1500 rapid, 1300 blitz, bullet, 1500 blitz. Come on, make a mistake. Please make a mistake. You're killing me. I played c5. c5 is sort of anti-positional. My whole opening is anti-positional, though. Think fast. 3 minutes left. Come on, dude. Dr. Tension. Alexander Indich. I messed up. And I said Z too. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I called him a Z name and he's Indich. Why did I think that had a Z in it? What's wrong with me? Of course you couldn't find it because it doesn't exist. Yeah, Indich. He played this H5 in a tournament last year. Really crazy stuff. This is probably a mistake, but the problem is the clock. We're running out of time. Man, this is stubborn, dude. Bishop c3. Probably not his best move, but very, very stubborn. Dude, seriously. He's 1300 playing like this? Give me a break. He's not 1300. That is absurd. This is a slightly crazy move, I admit. King d2. It's a strange decision to undertake. That might be why he's 1300. Otherwise, like, he plays really well, but he does like crazy, bat crazy move like once in a while. That could contribute to rating loss. But he's literally like fast and pretty strong. And the game's not going to finish in time. So that's it, man. That's the end of the tournament. We're just not going to count this game. Yeah, his little brother's playing in the account. I don't know, he's pretty good but he's just walking his king around. Perhaps the little brother is involved. I'm never going to win the game in time, even if I have a winning position. There's just no way. Well done anyway. Well, it sucks because we could catch the first place guy with a win here. Now we're actually winning a piece, but the time is the problem. Yes, we did it. 15 seconds left. Back to the tournament. We did it with 11 seconds left. We snuck the mate and won. And totally unimpressive victory by me. We saw that sneaky mate and won though. Unbelievable. We did it. My performance was 2184. Oh my god, that was like not an impressive performance at all. But I did manage to win the tournament. So you can't have everything. You can't have good play and in really instructive games and win the tournament. You just have to be lucky. Alright guys, it was lucky. I took first, Cena second. We knocked Sladgie Fan down to fourth. Plim is third. Whew, that was close. Okay, Cena, Plim, Sladgie, Zen Chess, Fudgy Lot. I'm going to start over, okay? It's Sparklehorse first, Cena second, Plim third, Sladgie Fan fourth, Zen Chess fifth, Fuzzy Logic, Imran Uzum, Podji, Mule Skinner, and Laluo finishing 10th. Laluo under suspicion because he played a 22 set upon game against Nefedov. No, just kidding, guys. We will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon with Rapid and Blitz here. Weird Wednesday, unusual openings. Thanks, Dim, for donating to support the stream. And Fudgy Logic. That's cool. Anyway, from the Pandas and myself, it was a fun arena. Congratulations to Cena and Plim for their place finishes. That's his butt. Sorry. Hello. Goodbye. So, guys, somehow I won the tournament. I didn't feel like I was on tonight, but we're lucky enough to take him out. So we did it. Good job, us. Very unimpressive performance. 2184. We're rock solid there. We had some fun. It was entertaining, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in and playing in the event. I will see you guys later, 12 noon tomorrow, and it'll be Weird Wednesday, unusual openings. Bye-bye.